Been following the damage across the state. Take a look. This along South 14th Street in Griffin, which appears to be one of the hardest hit areas. Of course, in Spalding County, you see trees down in neighborhoods and near businesses there. Let's turn our attention to the Hobby Lobby, also in Griffin, a city of 25,000 people in Spalding County. This along the 1400 block of North Expressway. The roof entirely gone there. You can see the shelves filled with Valentine's Day items.
And now to Troup County. Fox 5 viewer Brian Reynolds sent this video of a massive funnel cloud in that area. You can see it takes up most of the sky in this footage. And this was the scene of an overturned tractor trailer on I-85 near College Park. The National Weather Service has now confirmed a tornado was on the ground in that area. And check out this video of a funnel cloud near Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Fox 5 viewer Rosalie Toubre sent us this from I-85. You can see the funnel cloud there in the distance. The FAA issued a ground stop at the airport. That has since been lifted. We have not received any reports of damage on the airport proper. And we continue to monitor the storms that are out there as we show you a live look outside through our Georgia Power camera. Looking out over downtown Atlanta, you can see that dark shelf of clouds above and then the sun peeking through just underneath. Yeah, Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Ryan Beasley has been keeping you safe for 3.5 hours of live coverage of the tornado warnings. The warnings are over. How about the straight line winds, Ryan? Are they still a threat, or is that gone too?
That's gone as well, Russ. Really good point. But overnight, the non-thunderstorm related winds will ramp up once again with a wind advisory likely for tomorrow, as we're going to have this insane burst of Arctic air rushing down. And you can see the wind fields there ushering into the southeast and the deep south. That's what's going to transpire overnight tonight into tomorrow. We're talking about freezing temperatures off to our north and west, and that's what's going to invade our region for our Friday forecast. But for this evening, I would set the tone for, if you step outside, the sunset right now is unreal. I mean, the pictures that we are getting, the images that we are getting, it is really just setting such a unique tone after these devastating storms. And good news is in Griffin, the rain is almost over for you as it washes away. Temperatures are still in the 50s and 60s, but that cold front now is moving in fairly quickly and eventually over time will bring much colder air. Our storm reports will continue to gather throughout the evening today. Survey crews will go out tomorrow and survey the damage and do the official reports, and then we'll bring that information to you once we gather it. But my hunch is that we're going to have probably close to a dozen official storm reports between wind damage and tornadoes across our viewing area. But rain is still persistent on the east side of town. Your evening forecast for tonight confirms that the rain eventually is going to come to an end for everyone. Temperatures at first will ease on down into the 50s, but tomorrow morning we're talking 30s and 40s. And coming up later, I'm going to talk about the chance for some snow flurries across portions of our viewing area.
All right, Ryan, thanks so much. Let's turn to Lithia Springs in Douglas County, not far from Six Flags. The side of a building completely ripped off by the wind. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert has been there all afternoon, joins us now live with the latest. Tyler?
Yeah, hey, Russ, good evening to you. I mean, you can see all the damage right behind me. The wall of this warehouse just collapsing during this severe storm as it moved through just about 3:30 this afternoon. Let me flip the camera around to give you a look at what it looks like right now. I mean, you can see all of the cinder blocks right here when that wall just came crashing down. I spoke to a woman after our live hit just about 30 to 40 minutes ago who said she was inside. She said all of a sudden the lights got dark and then the wall collapsed. She said it sounded very eerie when all of this was happening, all happening so quickly as this storm moved through. The good news, this place is sells 18-wheeler parts is what we were told. She said that nobody inside was hurt. That is miraculous because obviously something like this, very dangerous when something this magnitude with all of these concrete blocks just collapsing under the weight of the wind and the storm as it moved through. Nearby, there was another business that had some damage when a window was blown out and one of the side doors blew in. 2 people were injured over there. And then also just down the street from here, we're on Oak Ridge Road, right near Thornton Road. We're told that a car, actually I saw the car was driving on Oak Ridge Road when the wind just forced a power pole to collapse right on top of it. It toppled over, snapping that wood. I'm told that the person inside had to be taken to the hospital. That person's condition unclear at this point. But really, just for what happened out here with the severe storms moving through, obviously just great news that the injuries that did happen, very minor from what we were told, but obviously a situation nobody wants to experience. The woman I spoke with who was inside this business here, this warehouse that sells 18-wheeler parts, she was telling me, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make my way through the debris over here. She told me that, you hear about these severe storms all the time. Our Fox 5 storm team constantly warning people about the severe storms coming through over the next couple days. But you never think it would happen to you, and being able to see all of this. And unfortunately, they learned today just how serious of a situation something like this is. And now they are going to be cleaning up the mess here. Again, the power was out for a period of time here, but as you can tell, it has all turned back on. We're live in Lithia Springs. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, Tyler, really incredible to hear that no one was hurt. When you look at the damage there, that's really significant damage, and so good to hear that no one was hurt. Did you speak with any of the employees, and did they describe what it was like when the storm was moving through?
Yeah, so when I did speak to somebody who was inside, she told me, I'll give you a look at all the damage here again. She told me that she was at the front side of the store when the power went out, and then all of a sudden, one of the other employees who was back here, you can actually see, let me zoom in over here, you can see some of them are actually going through to try to assess the damage in there. But she told me that they were just kind of, it was kind of shocking to see something like this happen. I mean, this is obviously stuff you would, you see obviously when storm systems come through. We obviously don't know if this was a tornado, the National Weather Service not confirming that. This obviously could be straight line winds. That's something that the National Weather Service will determine over the course of the coming days. They're going to be extremely busy with all the reports that we've had throughout our area. But the people here say it was just kind of just, you're not expecting something like this, and just kind of shocking that this happened.
All right, excellent coverage for us, Tyler. Thank you very much. As you point out, those cinder blocks, they could have easily killed somebody if they had fallen on top of them. So it's a blessing that no one was more seriously injured there in Lithia Springs. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and we're going to just put this reminder out there. You should make sure you have the Fox 5 News app downloaded. You can use it to see the forecast, check the live radar, and get an hour-by-hour breakdown of when the weather will be at its worst. It is free to download.
Let's turn now to new developments. Attorney General Merrick Garland.
Okay, so we thank our Fox 5 Atlanta team there for kind of taking us through some of these really incredible scenes of the destruction by some of this severe weather there in the south, in parts of Georgia, especially around the Atlanta metro area. But we have also been tracking and covering as well the tornado damage from parts of Alabama, like in Selma, Alabama. But take a look at this. This is as this massive funnel cloud was forming over the skies of northern Alabama. Let's just show you this right now. Okay, this is coming to us from Prattville, Alabama. Not sure the strength of the tornado there on the EF scale, but you can see in the distance there, and people have pulled off to the side of the road there just to catch a glimpse of this. No doubt something that you do not see every day, maybe a little bit more in the south if you live down there. But let's listen in. I think there's some audio on this. Okay, it looks like there's no audio on this, but you can see, though, the funnel cloud kind of making its way across the Alabama sky there. And this social media user zoomed in on their cell phone, and you can see the swirling tornadic activity as a lot of these pretty rural, small communities were quite torn up by this today. All right, so we'll stay on top of this for you here on Live Now from Fox as we continue.